let's talk about how sensitive we are as creators. Creatives, whatever you call it. You're sensitive. I'm calling you out. I'm joking. But for real, let's talk about it. And hey, y'all, it's Saturday. You might not be able to tell, but I'm gonna tell you, I am back home. I'm in New York temporarily, but I was doing my daily lengthy scroll on TikTok and I came across something and it made me want to rant. So that's what I'm gonna do. Don't you just enjoy how loud New York is? I miss it so bad. I'm actually gonna let y'all watch the first video I saw while I go find a snack. After I saw that one, of course, the algorithm was doing its thing and showed me what she was talking about because I had no clue at the time, but here's the context.
Being in the same niche does not mean that we are in competition with each other. But there's another natural hair sculptor that seems threatened by my presence within the natural hair niche. Actually reach out to them asking if we could collaborate because I was excited that because the niche is so small that working together is more powerful than being individuals. It just seems like they were down at the time, but now I think that was just a facade because the way that they're acting towards me isn't kind. Let me also make it clear that I started hair sculpting based off of inspiration that I took from this 1971 photo that I found on Pinterest. I recreated it and I gave the photo credit. One time I did create a video where I made my hair into butterfly wings and this same creator commented asking if I've seen them do it before. And I genuinely didn't see them do that butterfly video, but I have seen their work before. I actually show pictures that I've looked at and I'm like, wow, we've been doing this forever. I made this passive aggressive video talking about if you draw inspo from me, give me credit because I've been doing this. And I didn't watch the video, so I don't know what exactly they said in it, but the shoe did not fit, so I didn't wear it. I was like, I always give people inspo if I draw from their work, so I don't think they're talking about me. But I realized maybe they do have a problem with me because today people were tagging me in their video saying have you seen this? Have you seen this? They took it upon themselves to answer for me. And this is what they said. So I think it's kind of interesting that they would respond like that because not only is it not true, but it just shows that it's an ego problem. It seems like you're trying to twist it to make it seem like I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if it weren't for you, which is just not true. We're not competing against each other, and please don't try to lie on me and make it seem like, oh, she's here because of me, and because of me, I'm the original hair sculptor artist. No one's taking that title away from you.
Many months back, I saw a picture of her with her afro shaped into a butterfly. I reached out and commented on her post. I complimented her beauty and her work, and I also asked if she'd seen my page before. She said yes, she followed me before my first TikTok account got taken down. Right after that, she DM'd me and suggested that we collab, and I agreed. I was totally down for it. But after I had responded to her, she randomly unfollowed me and left me on red for weeks. Right after she unfollowed me, she rebranded her entire page to mimic what I was doing. And it wasn't every single post, but it was very blatant which styles were created in my likeness. When I tell people to try and make shapes with their hair, I'm not expecting them to make it their entire online personality. But to mimic what I do and act like it's competition opposed to inspiration is where things went wrong. But it is what it is. I never ever claimed that they exist only because of me. Original has been in my bio for years. So I want to help you understand what I mean by original, since now all of a sudden people have a problem with that. I understand that our ancestors have been bending, twisting, manipulating, sculpting, shaping their hair into intricate styles. I'm not claiming hair sculpting. I'm claiming the way in which I do it. I'm claiming my art style. My gimmick is shaping my hair into animate and inanimate objects. Later, my artistry evolved into adding hair color and using my shedded hair, repurposing it to add to the looks. Everybody's trying to tell me that our ancestors already have done the looks that I have done, my original ideas. I need you guys to show me where our ancestors are making sushi rolls and Rubik's Cubes, puzzle pieces, lightning strikes. The truth is that nobody has done this before me. I'm the original creator of my art form, and I'm standing on that. So are we now going to discredit Van Gogh because he wasn't the first painter? Are we also going to discredit Michael Jackson and his originality because he wasn't the first singer, songwriter, dancer?
I'm on the train, so of course it's very loud right now. Y'all just gonna have to work with me, please. So in my experience, there have been so many times where, and you can ask my friends this, but I would see things that remind me of my own work or remind me of, I don't know, like things that I've done in the past, whether it's as simple as an Instagram post or it's something more involved, like a campaign I worked on, whatever. And I would have to send it to them like, am I bugging? Or is this like exactly bar for bar my stuff? Hold on, I need lip gloss. Hold on. I'm back. So, you know, I love my friends, but of course you're going to be around people that heavily support your delusions. So when they're like, yeah, girl, she totally ripped you off, or like, that's definitely the exact same thing you do or you have done, I almost take it with a grain of salt, because I don't want to be in a position where I'm feeling entitled to an idea that likely wasn't even original. If you know me, I know that there's nothing under the sun that's original. And so who am I to say that someone else was inspired by me beyond the point of being inspired? I always say there's a really thin line between feeling like you're an inspiration and feeling like people are stealing from you. So my first thought when I saw that was like, damn, I kind of feel for both of them, because on one end, with the first young lady, I guess I'll start with the second video I played, she felt like, as she explained, she definitely marked a place in her lane, which is understandable. And as she stated, nothing's original, but you can be original about the way you go about certain things. And so I totally understand that. So when she does see something that looks awfully familiar, it's kind of shocking, but you know, she probably sat with that for a minute wondering if it was worth acknowledging or whatever. And so in that vein, I totally get it. I can relate. On the other end of things, you have the person who is being criticized for maybe not being super original, and that in this case would be the I Am a Solar Being creator. And I feel for her as well, because if she did not get inspiration directly from this woman and they just so happen to be in a matter of a great mind situation, you can't really address that. And I do agree that there is power in working together versus working separately and wanting to take claim to everything. But again, the line is so thin. I don't know. This topic and things like this is so interesting to me in particular, because I think a lot about like the layers to it. So you have imposter syndrome, which is something that'll make you stop even considering that someone is trying to steal from you. You also have a sense of wanting to build community. So I come on here all the time and I say like, there's room for everyone at the table, and I want everyone to be able to do what I do or similar, and here's exactly how I do it. But in doing so, naturally people's stuff is going to look like mine, right? And so I don't know, it makes no sense for me to feel a way about it when I'm giving you the exact recipe for the dish. Like, it makes no sense. Anyway, I will always be thinking about that, always, but over time I definitely got a lot less bothered by stuff like that. And I think what I can offer is that ultimately it's all about the comparison and how we should not be in that space of comparison all the time. We do have our own lane, our own situations going on. Tunnel vision is the answer. If there are other people in the lanes directly to your left and your right, I tend to look at them as a positive thing, and I always assume good intention. I think that's just the way to go. It has made my life as a creative much easier. I still sometimes ask my friends all the time about stuff like that, like naturally, like, girl, this look familiar, but at the same time it's making it a lot easier. And I do encourage other people to think in that way. But of course, if you see, again, thin line, if you do see something that looks a little funny, you know, sometimes you got to call it out. But I am curious to know what you all think about that, and if you've experienced it, how you've addressed it, or how you plan to address it, because I don't know. I'm just curious. Never in my life would I vlog like this publicly if I was back in Atlanta. No way. The beauty of this city is that everyone's minding their business and you can do whatever you want. With that said, I'm about to go get lunch. I am gonna continue this. We are vlogging and you can hang out with me for the day, even though the day is mostly over. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Comment down below your thoughts on everything I just ranted about. I don't have an emoji in mind today, so if you made it this far to the end of this short video, leave any emoji down below. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.